Not the result you wanted, but just talk about the experience in general.
I thought it was a pretty well played game considering the conditions, and I thought a lot of credit goes to the ice crew and the planners of the event because the ice was excellent, much better than what we saw in Philly. I guess the weather probably had something to do with that, but it was really a once in a lifetime experience.
Mark, what could you do what couldn't you do out here that you could do inside? What were some of those things the weather created that made it difficult to play?
Yeah, I mean anything that was. I think as the game wore on, it was almost the shorter the pass, the better. Anything that was going to occur long was certainly not well executed. I think I talked after the first period. One last pass, one more shot certainly was a good ingredient.
How do you compare it to last year's game in Philly? Is it a little bit more defensive than last year?
Yeah, but I think if you see where both teams are in the standings for goals allowed, both teams are very good that way and probably pride themselves on that identity. I think the game in Philly, if I have to compare the two venues, this one seemed to be much more intimate. Obviously, the dynamics of the building were different, but this one. The fans didn't feel so far away. You certainly felt the heart of the action, where last year in Philadelphia it just felt like there was something else going on.
What kind of factor was the wind out there?
Not as much as I think we worried about earlier. When we first came to the stadium, it was really windy, but it seemed to die down or not have that much of a effect either way.
A lot of icings by both teams in the final 10 minutes of the third period. What was going on? Fatigue of ice conditions?
Probably a bit of both. I think ice conditions played into it. I think both our face-off structures, instead of trying to make plays, it was trying to get the puck into the neutral zone and maybe create some races, which led to some icings.
Mark, your team kind of looks stunned at this result based on some of the things, out shooting and things like that. Do you have that same kind of reaction?
Disappointed. I'm very proud of our guys. I thought we played a good hockey game. At the end of the day, it's a game of mistakes, and we had a guy who stumbled. But I told the guys we had a real good 4-line effort, 60 effort. I think they could be proud of their effort, and it did turn in our favor.
Any sense of deja vu?
No, because I thought in the game in Philadelphia we were holding on, and rate was really the difference in getting us to those situations. I thought today was a back and forth game. I liked the way we played. We got the point, but certainly would have preferred the second point. I think we really wanted to reward the fans because this was a real test, and this whole weekend's been a testament to them.
Did it feel like just another regular season game?
No.
On the bench at all?
No, it didn't feel like that at all. It's, as I mentioned, it's I think in a lot of once you get through the feeling of the disappointment, I think each guy who participated today will feel it was a very special event. Probably in their hockey career, probably ranks pretty high for it.
How would you assess Danny's performance tonight, particularly the save on Gibbons at the end?
The goalies probably had the biggest challenge, and I thought late in the first period there seemed to be a lot of shadows. But as the darker it got, the less shadows there seemed to be on the ice. But in terms of playing the puck and puck bouncing, I think both goalies can be credited for how they played.